In today's news, Gearbox Entertainment, the development studio mostly known as creators of such franchises as Brothers in Arms and Borderlands, is reportedly up for sale. While generally I don't like news based on rumors and undisclosed sources, this one caught my attention simply because the current owners of Gearbox are none other than Embracer Group, and I decided to make this video to talk about this company, as for the past year it was a subject of many quite negative news articles. So first of all, what is Embracer Group? This is a Swedish game and media holding company that owns 139 game development studios and over 900 IPs, and mostly known as a parent company for THQ Nordic. It was also at one point the most valuable public game company in Europe. Now, if we check the list of mergers and acquisitions by this group over the past several years, it's simply insane. As a couple examples, in August 2020, Embracer Group acquired Saber Interactive, the company known for Time Shift, World War Z, SnowRunner, and it is currently developing a remake of the Knights of the Old Republic. In 2022, Embracer Group acquired several studios previously owned by Square Enix and gained control of numerous popular franchises like Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, and Thief. As of Gearbox, Embracer Group has acquired them back in 2021 for an astronomical $1.3 billion. Back then, Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox, has stated that the feeling at Gearbox is that we are just getting started, and this transaction is not merely a stimulant for the talent of our employee-owned company, but a propellant for the existing future we have planned. If the rumors are true, you would be able to safely say that this statement didn't age well. Now, like I said earlier, Embracer Group was the most valuable public company in Europe at one moment. The keyword is was. So apparently, if you go on an acquisition spree and buy every company in your sight, it might not be the best decision ever. Unfortunately, this approach hurts not only the board of directors and C-level executives, but also people who are working in the companies they've bought. In November 2022, Onoma, the studio previously known as Square Enix Montreal, was shut down only 6 months after acquisition. But that was only the beginning. In May 2023, many news outlets reported that Embracer Group had lost a $2 billion deal, which resulted in their shares falling down by more than 40%. Obviously, it had a significant impact on the company. Shortly after, in June 2023, Embracer Group announced a restructuring program. They've released an open letter which you can read on their official website if you are a fan of corporate bullshit. There is really only one part that is important. The actions will include but not be limited to closing or divestments of some studios and the termination or pausing of some ongoing game development projects. It will also include decreased spending on non-development costs such as overhead and other operating expenses. We will reduce third-party publishing and put greater focus on internal IP and increase external funding of large-budget games. So what's happening is that they've spent more money than they could afford, and placing their hopes on a verbal agreement deal for $2 billion sounds like the next level of incompetence. What is particularly amazing in that letter is that at no point they admit their faults or apologize. There is one particular line that shows the amount of hypocrisy. It is painful to see talented team members leave. Well, I think it's especially painful when you are the sole reason for that. And we already can witness the consequences of this so-called restructuring program. At the end of August, it was announced that Volition Games, the studio behind Red Faction and Saints Row franchises, has been shut down after operating for over 30 years. You could argue that their last project, the reboot of Saints Row, didn't meet players' expectations, but it's still sad to see such a legendary studio shut down due to the problems of the parent company. Additionally, several days ago it was announced that Alone in the Dark would be moved from October to January 2024. THQ Nordic has stated that it was done to avoid the competition, and it's quite a plausible explanation. Other games like Assassin's Creed Mirage and Alan Wake 2 have also changed their release dates, but only for a week. Alone in the Dark was delayed for almost 3 whole months, which makes you wonder if there was any other compelling reason for a delay and if it's related to Embracer Group's problems. Of course, we should expect more news about delays and studio closures in the upcoming months, as they plan to keep working on their restructuring program at least until March 2024. And from the player's perspective, it's actually quite a horrible situation, as Embracer Group owns many amazing franchises now. Personally, I really want to play Knights of the Old Republic remake, but there is no guarantee that we will ever see it at all. It was announced 2 years ago, changed the development studio, and there is no news about it whatsoever. This whole situation just shows how the incompetence of one large company affects developers, gamers, and the gaming industry as a whole. I just hope that other companies will learn from Embracer Group's failures and avoid mindless acquisitions, and smaller studios will think twice before selling themselves for an uncertain future. And that's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, and as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.